I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco...
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows it.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Dietrich Wise Jr. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. But let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about...
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. In for the score, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Like 20.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those script...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know It's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make some.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Good job.
3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as, that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quan Alexander make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This is taken at about the 14.
Let's go.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And give him a gain of 37. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Mayfield now. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Hey, alert!
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Williams loses the football. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Mayfield to throw it, and the pressure gets to him again. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Breida. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. There's Garoppolo to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deeper. He's got it at the 15. That's good for 28 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The Niners on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. What's that? Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Chubb on the counter. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
180. Alert.
Check.
Play fake. Mayfield. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On the ground, it's Chubb. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Taken in at the 11. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good pickup there at 22.
3 down, 3 down.
First down, San Francisco.
56 from there.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Collins. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Single. I got 19. Watch the slant.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Garoppolo, he's going to give this to Breida on the draw. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And in the late stages of the first half, it's the Lions who are out in front. Kenny Golladay, a touchdown reception. From there, it's over to our nation's capital to check on the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, it was Jimmy Garoppolo who was brilliant in that first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken at the 3. A nice little juke. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. He's top of the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. But what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12. Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Browns drive about to get started. They gave up the 3. They're losing in this ballgame. Now it's their chance to set the offensive tone for the 2nd half.
And it's interesting how the offense will go about helping them, too, because so many times you're looking to control a game with your defense. Well, your defense just gave up 3. Now your offense, as you said, has to set a tone and get you back into it or ahead in the game. Let's see if they can pull it off and get downfield and do exactly that.
We'll see if they can. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They run it again with Chubb, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But we're
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wind up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
Guys, to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Garoppolo, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dietrich Wise able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And again, it's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Browns on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Mayfield looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. This is caught inside the 15. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They run again with Breida. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let him know.
Mayfield over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the set, now Breida loses it. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Garoppolo on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run with Breida. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Able to shake, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Breida, he'll try the right side. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
11, 20.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
On the delay, here's Breida. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the